My hair's an actual mess. I really tried to like do it nice. Did not work. Hopefully it'll drop or do something. I don't know. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a chatty get ready with me update thing, which seems to have just been, sorry, I need to take my lip bracelets off because they always rattle, don't they, and everyone gets really annoyed. Right, there we go. So I thought I'd do a get ready. I thought I would update, not much to update on, just a few things, and just like kind of speak to you. I feel like I've been really distanced from like my whole channel, and please ignore my awful fake tan, like it's fucking awful. It needs to come off, but today's Wednesday and I'm going out on Saturday, which means in my head I need to take it off Thursday night, Friday night, and then reapply on Friday for Saturday, which means that today's just the shit day really, where I can't do much about it. Right, let's get into this. I've painted the walls, which is exciting. It's no longer as clinical. I had white walls, white furniture, and I'm just not about that. Like, I thought I was, I pretended I was, I'm just not about it. And I have spent all morning skin picking, but then I put a face mask on and it seems to be okay. I can tell as soon as I put makeup on though, my pores are going to drink it all up, so beautiful. What a lovely image. So I am actually going to chat you through the makeup that I'm using because in all my last videos I just don't do that. Thought today I'd do that. Oh my god, my hair looks awful. I really tried. I tried to do like self-care, you know, let's make today good, let's do our hair, and it looks like a flipping, I look like I'm from a Victorian era, really. Anyway, yeah, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation in the shade 260. It's way too dark for me, so actually I might mix it. Yeah, I'll mix it with my infallible 24 hours, the L'Oreal one basically. The reason I'm using the Fenty one is because if I take it down my neck, then it doesn't look like my fake tan's bad. So I'm just gonna, like, this is gonna look way too orange for me, and it is, but we're just gonna fake it, really. So, look! Just fake that shit, and I just take it all the way down my neck. And then it looks like I've actually applied a decent layer of tan, when I haven't. So that's the tea. Okay, so yeah, I will give you a bit of an update, like mental health wise. Yeah, so the last video I uploaded was a get ready with me, and a lot of people said I seemed quite different in that video, and I'm not really sure why, if I'm honest. I don't really know, so it kind of like, I was a bit confused for a while because I didn't really know. People were like, oh, you seem really different in this video, and they weren't saying it in a mean way at all, which was what confused me, because I was like, is this good or is this bad? So if you commented that, like literally I'm just intrigued about why. That sounds really like interrogatory, you know what I mean, like I'm interrogating you, but it's not. I just want to know because I'm like nosy. I don't really know how I was different, maybe because I was a bit, like, I wasn't even drinking. I hadn't started drinking at all, so. But yeah, I do love this foundation, I'm not gonna lie. It's great. I just need to buy it in a darker shade, in a lighter shade, because I bought it when I was in Spain, stupidly, and I had the best tan I'd ever had, which I now do not. Is my parcel here? Mom, is that my parcel? Mom, is that my ASOS parcel? Mom! Yeah? Is that my parcel? What? Is that my parcel? No. Oh, okay. My mum is literally like, do you know in Little Britain when the guy calls like Mary his wife, and then she's like, Mary, Mary, and then like 5 minutes later she's like, yes. That's my mum. I'm just going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define. This is really a very, very good concealer. So I normally just use this around my eye area because I try and make it look wider so my nose doesn't look so fucking huge. Really gone less with makeup, to be honest. Like, I know I put on still quite a lot, I say as I devour my face in concealer, but I actually have, like, I can't be arsed anymore. And I think I look better with a bit less, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't look like I've got less on now, but still, it's fine. So, the other thing, my channel. I don't really know what's been going on with my channel recently, I'm not gonna lie. It's not even like I haven't had the motivation to film. I have wanted to film, I just don't really know what to film, and I've been a bit lost in all aspects of my life. A lot of things have kind of changed, and I haven't really let myself, basically I've just wanted to keep going, and like, I feel like I don't feel sad, but these things are sad, and that's a bit like, I don't know, I don't really know why this is happening. Like, I don't know if, like, I don't want to get deep and all that, but basically the worst thing that I could have wanted to happen in terms of like my future and that happened, and I'm not sad about it, but I know that I should be. So I don't really know what's going on there. I think I've just kind of like not allowed myself to think about it at all. This is the instant eraser eye, so I just use this underneath my eyes because I do have some problem bags that I'm carrying around. Yeah, basically I just don't think I want to deal with it. I just don't want to. I don't want to feel like the emotions that I would feel if I allow myself to feel it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's very healthy to, like, I don't know. Basically I just feel a bit distant in general. And I've been like doing a lot, which is really good. It's odd. I do a lot of like social stuff. I've had loads of energy recently, which is actually very much needed after being like asleep for the whole of July. I don't know, it's been good though. Like last week I did a lot. I was out like every single night. I had planned to go to Brighton at the weekend, but for many reasons that kind of fell through, which was sad, but hopefully like me and my friends will be able to do it again. I'm going to set my face with the Mercier translucent powder. I got a few questions on which powder I use. It is this one. It's the best. I know it's expensive, but they sell it on ASOS now, and ASOS always have student discounts on. Like literally yesterday they had like 20% off, which is obviously really good. And it's worth like forking out for. I definitely, like, you don't feel like you're wearing powder, it's sick. Me and my sister both bought one. Like, she bought one and then I saw it and I was like, I need that in my life. Like, I can't even have that second-handed through my sister, I need that in my life. So then I bought it and I won't go back. I will not go back, so it's good. But like, I did end up going to London on Sunday, which was, what do you want?
I'm just going, oh god, it's hot in here.
Oh no, I'm boiling, I'm freezing.
You're freezing?
Well, that's why I made it really warm.
Oh, okay. I'm just going for a lie down, alright?
Okay, cool.
Just in case you want me to answer the door.
Oh, that's my mum's code up. Get up and answer the fucking door, because I'm not answering it. I literally can't remember what I was talking about. I don't know. Anyway, I'll go back to it. I'm sure I'll find it again. I just forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, we're on Friday. On Friday, obviously instead of going to Brighton, I had to have a psychiatrist appointment, which I mean, I think it was good. I didn't want to go at all because I'm getting kind of sick of like being on meds. But he put me on 2 new meds. I'm put on aripiprazole, which I've been on before, and also trazodone. I don't know, apparently it's for sleep. I've searched though, it's an antidepressant. I don't want to be on an antidepressant. I'm not very happy about it. you know, I don't like taking medication anyway because I'm quite med sensitive. I think some people are like, you just, if I get put on a new medication, it fucks with me. Like, I feel all the symptoms, I feel all the side effects. It's not fun. So, yeah, I'm gonna just contour quickly using my NARS Laguna, which is basically a NARS. It's not even a Laguna, it's definitely not a Laguna anymore. That is a drought. Yeah, so I went to the psychiatrist and I have been feeling for a few months. I don't know if you've noticed that I've kind of steered away from videos about borderline personality disorder. There has been kind of a reason for that. I never did how does BPD affect me, like in my daily life. I always thought about doing it and I just couldn't really, like I just couldn't, and it's because I'd say for a few months now, like maybe since my birthday, I've just thought that BPD is not the right diagnosis for me. But I never really said anything. It wasn't like an everyday thought. I wasn't thinking it constantly, but I was worried. What's mum doing? Is she listening in? Probably. I was definitely contemplating with the idea that it wasn't BPD. Whatever is going on. Like, I don't like saying that I'm suffering with or whatever. Basically, like I have some traits of BPD, like impulsivity, but I don't have this kind of fear of rejection, and I don't have this kind of, I definitely feel like attachments to people, but I've seen other people's attachments and I know that mine aren't on the same level. Also with mood, my mood doesn't like cycle anymore. Like I feel like 2 years ago I was definitely in the BPD spectrum. Like I self-harmed, I took part, well 3 years ago, I took part in risky behaviours. Like that was kind of a prominent, my mood was very up and down, and now it's like my mood is up and down, but it kind of, it will be like a week-long stretch. Like it will be a whole week where I just kind of have to write it off, and I kind of struggle with social interaction because my mood can change depending. So like last week I agreed to so much, and I was lucky enough that my mood kind of followed through and allowed me to do things. But then as soon as I couldn't go to Brighton, like I wasn't upset. Like I feel like I should have been really upset, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, it just wasn't a natural reaction to me. Anyway, I am getting somewhere with this. I use the Sleek Face Contour Kit as well, just for like bronzing, highlight, and sometimes I use this blush. It's really good. This is £10, you get all three and they're all really good. So I definitely recommend. Yeah, so I was at this psychiatrist appointment. I was speaking to him a lot, but I don't really know why. Like, I was speaking to him a lot, like I explained quite a lot. And then at the very end, when he was writing up my meds, by the way, I love my psychiatrist, he's an absolute gem. I've seen him for like 3 years, maybe 2 years even, and he's lovely. Like, I feel like he really listens to me, doesn't judge me. The only problem is it is quite medication based, and I, obviously, because that's his job, but I don't really like that. I feel like I'm explaining a lot, and this is probably like the most raw that I've been on YouTube in a while. And I don't really know why I'm doing it. God, okay. Anyway. I was, oh, I've got no water. I'm gonna go have to fill up my water bottle. BRB. Yeah, okay, all done. I thought there was a dog on its own on the field behind my house. It's got an owner, it's fine. Okay, so let me actually explain. So I went to the psychiatrist, like I said, and then at the end he was sorting out my meds, and I just kind of, the first time I've ever said it to like a professional, I was like, I don't think that I have BPD, like I don't think that I have BPD, and he agreed. He was really nice, but the problem is he didn't really say much else, so I don't really know what's going on in terms of like my diagnosis and things like that. It's all a bit up in the air and it's a bit, I don't know, but part of me is also like, I don't feel stressed about it like at all, like I'm like chill, it's fine. And I think, I don't know why, I don't normally talk like this on YouTube. I normally have a pretty strong filter, just because I don't really know, like I don't like asking for help at the best of times, let alone to like over the internet. I don't want to seem like I'm crying for help or like trying to get attention, you know. But I'm just kind of explaining. Nars looking at you now. No, actually, I'll just take a bit of my Sleek contour palette and just put it through the crease. This is like what I wear every day, but to be honest, for work I don't wear like eyeshadow or anything. I just wear a bit of mascara. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. I think I've been misdiagnosed for like 2 years, which part of me is like, that probably explains why the treatment that I was having wasn't really as effective as I saw it with other people. Basically, I saw people with borderline. Basically, I saw people with BPD, and I just think, I'm just not, like, I just don't feel like I fit into that category. And I think the problem, to be honest, the stigma of it is really bad, and that's probably one of the reasons why I even said it to the doctor, because I'm not really one of them people that would say to a doctor like, I don't think I have this or whatever. Like, I kind of trust them, especially if it's one that I trust. I'm like, you know what you're doing, you've trained, you know, go for it. That's why I accepted being on these new meds, which I don't know if you can tell, but I feel a bit spacey right now. And part of me feels like I want to cry, so I'm not going to, because I also don't have any tears to cry. Got no tears left to cry. So yeah, odd. I don't know if any of you have any like help. I love reading all your comments, to be honest, because like when you said I was different in my last video, that kind of makes me a bit worried, I'm not gonna lie. And it's nothing bad, like it's not because you've said it. Like, I'm very grateful that you've said it. It just makes me worried because I didn't really see myself as different in a video, and then I get worried that like people around me or like people at work are seeing that I might be different, and that basically I just have I'm just very scared about ever being admitted back into hospital, and that's something that I really don't want. And I just get worried when people say that like I'm acting different or something, and I don't feel like I am, and then I'm like, oh no, they're gonna think I'm crazy and they're gonna lock me up. I think hospital was probably one of the most like traumatic things that I've ever like gone through, and it genuinely makes me scared. Like, until the last, I'd say, month or so, I've never really spoke to professionals properly. I have a CPN, which I've spoken about before. Her name's Julia, has helped me so much, and like, she's the only person I trust completely with like telling things to. I just adore her. Yeah, I just don't really know what's going on with all of that shit, which is fun. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, and you know, earlier I mentioned that I went to London. That's what just came, I don't know why the cover effects drops just remind me of that, but I went to London, which was so good. Like, so I get emails quite a lot about like potentially doing interviews about mental health, and it's something that I'm quite skeptical about doing, obviously, because I've never done one to this date, because I'm an advocate for mental health, but I'm an advocate because I've been in the system, and my main thing is like, I want young people to reach out and get help before like it gets really bad. So I'm always worried about when people ask me to do interviews that they might be a bit like, I don't want it to be twisted, and I don't want to be portrayed like negatively. Oh yeah, so I'm using the Lash Sensational primer. This is the best thing ever. So I tried it in a video like probably like a few months ago, but I used way too much. Like, I literally scrape off the edges, I don't know if you can tell, so the brush is like only got bits of it on, and then I apply it. It means I only have to put like one coat of mascara on after, which is sick, and it just makes them really long and thick. So what was I talking about? Right, I can't multitask, so I'll speak to you after I've done my mascara. So then you get white eyelashes. Like, whenever I get the white eyelashes, I feel like the queen out of Narnia. Okay, so you always let it dry and then you apply the rest of your mascara. So I'm just gonna, while that's drying, I'm just gonna use the Milani while that's drying, I'm just gonna use the Milani Baked Powder Blush in Rose d'Oro, which is absolutely beautiful. I never used to be into blush, but it's a game changer, guys. It's an actual game changer. And I'm just going to use this as highlight today, which is the Too Faced, I don't know, it's like a little heart one. They're really, really cute though. For like every day, it just gives you like a little soft glow. And I like highlighter, but I'm not one of them girls that are like if I'm going out, blinding highlighter works, but for day to day I can't deal with it because it just accentuates all my bad skin. So I just apply a bit of this. It's smashed at the moment because we went on holiday. That's like a massive first world problem, but it just gives like a really pretty sheen. I'm obsessed with it. It's really, really nice. For eyebrows, I don't have anything solid at the moment. I really liked the eyebrow pens that I was using, like the Morphe one was really, really good, but it ran out, so I really need to buy a new one. I'll have to write that down because otherwise I'll forget it. Siri, add by Morphe baked, Morphe, fucking hell. Okay, cancel.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Sorry. Add to notes by Morphe eyebrow pencil. Siri, add to notes. Oh, I'll just fucking do it myself, you know. Why would I get someone else to do it if they can't fucking do it, Siri? I've never even used Siri before in my life. That was the first time and it did not go well. The eyebrows that I'm currently going for is just old school Anastasia brow dip pomade in medium brown. But I want to do it a bit softer because I don't like having harsh eyebrows anymore. I really liked, my sister has the Benefit Give Me Brow, and for work that's literally ideal. Like I literally just run it through my eyebrows and it works. So I'm just gonna really quickly, I can't be arsed with eyebrows anymore. They do my head in, they're obnoxious, they matter too much, and I just don't like it. Like I don't like them. Get rid of them. So what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, I went to London to do a interview with What's Up TV about social media and how it affects people's mental health, and it was so good. Like for look at that. Do I look like a can you see that? There's like a flash. It's because of my mirror. Yeah, no, I went down and it was so good. Like I've never been to London by myself. I've been to London like 3 times in my fucking hell. I've been to London like 3 times in my whole life. Like I don't go to London. We're not a London family, and it's very daunting. If you're from London, you probably don't understand that. Like London's so massive. Like the tube, it's amazing, but it's very hard to navigate. Like when you have no idea of what the hell you're doing. But I managed it, which was sick. And the tube was actually, I was very impressed with the tube actually. Came like every 3 minutes. I was very, very impressed. Yeah, so I went and did an interview with them. No idea what I said, but I met a guy called Sam who was lovely, who did the interview. And everyone made me feel so at home. Like everyone was really sweet, because that was the one thing I was worried about. I'm good with travelling. I can travel down to London by myself. I don't mind that. I enjoy it. I like it. I just like, I don't know, I feel really grown up, which is really sad because I'm 20. But it's the interaction bit which I'm always unsure of, and I'm always unsure of like how people are gonna think that I am, and I'm worried that people are gonna think that I'm weird or something. But everyone made me feel so like, it was just really, really nice. It was a good experience, so I'd like to do that more, I think. Depending on how it goes, it might be on TV. If not, hopefully I should get the rights to the clip, and you'll all see it eventually, which is really cool. So literally with my eyebrows, I've just run through them, I don't even care. For mascara I use the Lash Sensational. by Maybelline because it is literally sensational. Again, I can't multitask. See, I don't have naturally long eyelashes at all. My eyelashes are stubby, so if you have stubby eyelashes that are literally like, mine don't go up, they go straight. Buy some eyelash colours. Mine were from Poundland and they're literally the best ones I've had. They're like a copper colour. They're probably really gross and probably have like STDs and all shit on them now because I've used them for so long. But they're really good. And then buy the Lash Sensational primer and then the Lash Sensational, and you will get sensational lashes. Like, this isn't even a gimmick. No ad, no spawn. This is true. This is the facts. It works really well. So that's basically like the eyes and that. And then for lips, always apply a bit of Vaseline. I never used to be a Vaseline girl. I never used to be a lip balm person. I never needed lip balm ever because like my lips just weren't chapped. And now I was always told if you use Vaseline then you'll have to be reliant on Vaseline. And now I'm reliant on Vaseline because I bought into the gimmick of starting using it. And now I can't live without it. It's a problem. So I'm just going to really loosely outline my lips. And then for lips, I either use one of these three things. As you can tell, I kind of have a colour scheme going. This is the Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb from like Rihanna's range. I really like it. I mean, I don't think it's the best out of all three, but I do really like it. It's kind of like, it's just really pretty and glowing. My favourite one is the Kiko Milani 3D Hydro Gloss. I don't know what shade this is. I think it was like 16 or 19, or tell me, but it's like a really pink gloss, and I just think it really goes, like, pink lips go well with my complexion. Like, I don't suit nude very much, it just makes me look a bit dead, so I have to have a bit of pink. And then the final one, which is the cheapest, so this one was like £17. This one was like literally £6. It's the best one. These Kiko lip glosses are always so good, and they always have like 3 for 2. They're great. And then the final one is the Essence Shine 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 lip gloss in the shade Happiness in a Bottle, which is very cute. These are £3 from Wilko. You should go get it. The only thing with this one, you can't wear it every day because it is quite drying, but today I'm going to go for the Fenty one just because it is really pretty and I feel like I didn't sell it very well. So guys, that concludes my everyday makeup routine. I think I was really honest. I think my hair's so awful. I think that I don't really know what I'm doing with my channel at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit like all up in the air. I really want to pursue YouTube though. Like, I really want to put my all into YouTube because I don't really know what else is gonna go on in my life. I just feel a bit distant. I feel like I need to kind of grasp everything back again, which I want to do. So I'm so sorry about like my upload and that, because it's not been good at all, and like the consistency is not there, like the connection's really like not there, and I'm really sorry about that. I want to start back up with mental health videos. I really want to do that, a series which I spoke about on my Instagram. I don't know if you guys have seen it, where like I talk about dealing with emotions. The only problem is, like, I don't want to be a fake, and like I don't want to make videos just for making videos. Like today I want to make videos, but like I wouldn't be able to talk about mental health because I don't really know what I'm thinking about it. So I need to be kind of like in the zone when I'm doing it. So yeah, I hope you all understand. Hopefully like things will just get back on track. Obviously starting new medication is always a bit especially when you don't want to do it in the first place because you don't really know why people are wanting you to do it. So that's fun. But I love you guys so much. Like, it's making me emotional. I love you guys so much. And I'm not gonna cry. I don't know why I'm like brimming with tears. I just do. Like, I'm so grateful to have you all, and I don't really understand why. And I don't know why you're all so nice to me. But yeah, I'm gonna go walk Albie because I think I need some fresh air. I'm not even crying, like I'm not, I'm just emotional. But I'm also not. Fucking hell. Anyway, yeah, so I will see you all very soon. I've got an ASOS haul coming up because I spent way too much money on ASOS, like sickening amounts. And yeah, enjoy me spending too much in the next video. That was an awful segue. That was awful. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye.